All right, so now that OTAs are underway and we have, players in the building, including new free agent players, like my man Orlando Brown right here, by the way. Kind of ironic here. So this is obviously Willie Anderson's signed helmet, right? This is, and I moved it because it used to be Marquise Brown's signed helmet. This is Orlando Brown's signed helmet for the Ravens. So we have Willie Anderson and Orlando Brown right next to each other. That would be perfect for this video. But let's go ahead and get into what Orlando Brown says about the Chiefs' rivalry. Let's go ahead and listen up.
Reed is obviously an incredible talent, but he was kind of learning on the fly as he went. What's the biggest difference do you think is going to be in having a guy like Ted that running the line that has seen it all?
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I think, it's real self-explanatory with Ted, man. He's somebody that's been around the game for a while, played in some prolific offenses as well. And, I think the biggest thing about his game is he's been very consistent in his production. And, he's continued to get better each and every year. He's a tough player that loves the game, that knows where everyone is. And, man, I think he has all the intangibles to be one of the greats.
You had a chance to sit down and talk to him, not ball, but just man-to-man, and early impressions of him.
Yeah, no, man, great dude, great man. One of his close friends or roommates in New England was Joe Tooney, who played next to me for the last 2 years that I got to know really well. So he spoke really highly of him. I had another teammate, Nick Allegrady, that spoke really highly of Ted as well from Illinois. So, nothing but great things to say about him.
Did you say this is the first time that you've been in a city in the off-season?
In Kansas City, my first year, you could say, yeah. Before that, it was COVID. Last year, I was going through the franchise stuff, so I was in Miami. So, and then my first year, or my first off-season, obviously rookie year, second year, but it's been a while since, I've been able to, be in the city for OTAs, hang out with the guys, get to know my coaches and all that different stuff. Yep.
You're a great communicator. Do you like over-communicate at the line of scrimmage? Are you talking a lot?
Yeah, at some point it's got to be, all body language. You know what I mean? He's seeing what I'm seeing. He's feeling what I'm feeling. I don't mind vocalizing. You know what I mean? I play next to some guys I have to, but I prefer to, we kind of see it, feel it together, and kind of go from there. Because sometimes over-communicating, you might confuse yourself. So.
You're a guy who plays with a chip on his shoulder dating back to the draft process. Do you still have that even after signing this deal? And if so, why?
Yeah. No, man, ultimately for me, my end goal in this sport is to have a gold jacket on. And, no matter how much money I make, that's not necessarily my end goal. You know what I mean? I'm in this for Super Bowls. I'm in this for All Pros. I'm in this for Pro Bowls. I'm in this to have the best offensive line in the world. And that's what means the most to me, is to be able to have the opportunity to suit up for this franchise, to suit up blocking for guys like Nine. That's what's most important to me.
I know you heard, or you're aware of the history. Have you heard from Anthony Munoz or Willie Anderson or Andrew Whitworth?
Yeah, no. So I talked to Whit right when I signed. That was somebody, as a player, I've looked up to my whole life and career, just because of the similarities in body makeup, arm length, skill set, intangibles, all those different things. But I haven't had the opportunity to talk to Munoz, another guy that I watched a ton of. Willie Anderson, a guy I spent some time with as a young pup. So, yeah, man, it's crazy how many greats have come through here at the tackle position.
Bengals, Chiefs rivalry kind of thing that's kind of perked up the last two seasons. Now you've seen it from both sides. It's only day one here, I get it. But is it kind of strange knowing you knew it from that side, now you're on this side?
Yeah, it's definitely strange. It's one of those things though, man. I'm happy to be in this position, to be able to play, left tackle for an organization like this, man. I can't say enough great things about the Cincinnati Bengals. So, man, I'm happy to be on this side of it.
Did you always picture yourself in the AFC North?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yep.
Beautifully said. And honestly, like I said before many times, he's an amazing left tackle. At right tackle, he was still really good, but you could tell he had some development and he could do even more to get better. I've complained about him with the Ravens just because, again, his first season with the Ravens, he was kind of not lazy, but he wasn't as motivated, and it was because he was playing right tackle. The guy wants to play left tackle. That's his position, that's his choice, and that's, where he excels at the most. So, very awesome to hear about from him. I know there are some rumors of, well, T. Higgins didn't go to OTAs and neither did Jonah Williams. We'll talk about that in a separate video, but pretty much that's just what Zach Taylor said in his press conference yesterday. Listen, some players, they work out outside of the facility, and they have a whole entire routine to do outside of the facility. So they don't always go to OTAs because it's like, hey, listen, I just practice and work my body out to an extreme level. I don't need to go to OTAs, right? That's why they're not required. Nonetheless, though, I think Orlando Brown's going to be the best left tackle. Maybe not the best left tackle in Bengals history, because that definitely goes down to Andrew Whitworth. Here's right tackle. Munoz, obviously one of two Hall of Famers in the Bengals Hall of Fame. Munoz, left tackle. But I think, in all honesty, he's going to be very close, I feel like, to Munoz level when he does retire. And I do hope he's here for the rest of his career, because he definitely can be here for another 6, 7, 8 years. So, gonna be exciting to see what ends up happening. But guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.